Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first video, hi, I'm Alaina, and this is The Organized Money, where we talk about planning life and managing money. In today's video, I wanted to share with you the new faith planner that I created, and I also wanted to share with you how I am using it. So this is the faith planner that I created. It is gray and white, and on the front here, it just says faith planner, and it has one of my favorite scriptures. I know the plans that I have for you, declares the Lord, and this is Jeremiah 29:11. And this is an undated 8.5 by 11 planner, but it will come in a classic size as well. So I will have it in my Etsy shop if you're interested in getting it. But I wanted to make this as clean and as open as possible so that I had endless possibilities in order to how I wanted to structure it on a consistent basis. So on my monthly overview, as you can see, there are no headings. All of the headings are blank, and then that way I can change them up or decide what I want them to be at the beginning of each month. So there are 6 boxes here, all of them in gray and white, and I really love this structure because it allows me once again to just be able to move things around. I'm not stuck to keeping my plans looking one particular way. The very next page is my monthly spread, and this is an undated monthly, so then that way I can just date it and then write in whatever I need. And then after that, it is just journal pages. One of the issues that I had with faith planning in the past is I felt like everything was so structured, like you had to have your scripture at the top and then you had to have observation. It was usually the SOAP method. I felt like it was a very particular way that I had to plan, and a lot of times I will switch it up from day to day. Sometimes I may want to plan one way, other times I may want to do something completely different. Sometimes I just want to write completely on the page. Other times I want to add a bunch of stickers and decorate. So I didn't want to have that structure of where I had to plan a particular way within this book. So what I decided to do is just use line pages, and then that way I can do whatever I want. So you get about 8 of these pages, and then after that it's the note page for the very next month. Then it goes back into the monthly plan and it starts back over again, and it does this for 12 months. So that is how it's set up, and you know with this type of planner, because it's disc bound, you can remove the pages and you could punch the pages back in. So let me show you how I am currently using the month within my planner. Flipping open to my faith section. This is the very first page of my faith section, which is the monthly plan. I've pulled out one month, which is the month of October, and put it in this section of my planner. And on my monthly plan spread, I have these 6 headers. I have goals, prayers, gratitude, people, church, and other. Under my goals section, these are the goals that I would like to complete within my faith planner. So I have to read my Bible 2 times per day, which is usually in the morning and in the evening, journal every single day, and meditate at least once per day. Under my prayers, these are my personal prayers. So it's protection over family and confidence to walk into our new calling. If you didn't know, my husband and I are planting a church, so I am a pastor. So I take that calling very, very seriously, and so I pray over it every single day. And then in this section, I have particular people that I am praying for. I have covered it up because I do want to protect their privacy, and it is their actual names, and I didn't want to show that on camera. But these are the people in my life that I am praying for. Under this section, I have gratitude, which is everything that I am grateful for that I would like to pray for every single day and just remind myself of. Under here, I have our church. I'm praying for our community members and other pastors that are in the area. And then I have a section for other. And under other, it could be anything that I hear about or that I just may want to pray about, and I will just add it into this section. And with this page, it can change. So I can change these headers every single month if I want to, just depending on what's going on, which is why I just like to use colorful boxes in order to create the headers that I want for that month. On the next page is my monthly calendar. So with my monthly calendar, it's undated. So the first thing thing that I did was add in all of the dates. And the next thing that I did is I would write down the different things that I was praying for or writing a scripture on or thinking about on a daily basis. So on this day, I was praying for protection over my family. For this day, I was praying for creativity, letting go things I can't control. These were different scriptures that I was reading, and I'll show you that when I get to the next pages. But every day I would write something that I was praying for in particular, and then when I actually completed that prayer, I would highlight it. So the color of the highlights really don't matter. I just would highlight it after I have prayed for it. And if someone tells me something that's happening on a certain day, then I do like to put it on this spread to remind myself to pray for that person. So on the 19th, one of my friends' dad is having surgery. So I put that on my calendar so I could remind myself to actually do a special prayer for her dad. And so I will use this spread in order to remind myself to pray for different things at different times. And I will also write down the different things that I have already prayed for. And then after I pray, I just highlight. And that's how I use this monthly spread. After this, it gets into my weeklies, which my weeklies could be a variety of things, because like I said, I wanted to make this note pages so that I could change it up and that I wasn't stuck to one particular style. Many times what I'll do is pick a particular verse or look at the verse of the day on the YouVersion Bible app, and I will write down that verse and I will write down my prayer for that day, or this was something that I saw on Instagram that just really blessed me, so I wanted to write it out. If I am doing a Bible study, I will write that out, and usually I am using highlighters to indicate that it's a different day. So this all happened on one day, this was another day, this was another day, this one, and then this one. So the highlights just let me know that the day has basically changed, but once again, the colors don't mean anything. And then on the next week, what I ended up doing was writing out an entire Bible study on letting go of things that I could not control. This was something that I was already praying on, and so I just decided to do an entire page, an entire Bible study dedicated to it, because whenever something just keeps coming back up for me, I like to dedicate a spread completely to it so that I can read it over and over. So I believe this was from a blog post that I had actually read, and so what I did was just summarize the blog post and put it in my faith planner so that I could continue to come back to it if I ever am struggling. And the great thing is about this is that a lot of times I will put my topics on my monthly spread as well. It might not be on the exact day because I was praying for it on the 5th, but I don't think I actually wrote this until, looked like it was the 13th. So I didn't do this spread until the 13th, but I was already praying on it since the 5th. But anytime that I am ever looking for a particular topic, a lot of times I will just look at my monthly spread to see what's actually in my weekly pages. And this will let me know that on one of these pages, I am talking about letting go of things that I can't control. And it's the same thing with all of these other topics. Like I have entitlement here, tension is here, and I will usually write that on my monthly spread as well, so that I know where to go when I'm looking for particular topics that I have already written something on. And I will also use these note pages for Bible studies or sermon studies or anything that I need. Even if I just want to be decorative and be creative, I will use these exact same pages. The other things that I'm going to add into this planner is I just found a prayer list for my husband and one for my kids. So I am going to add that in here, probably toward the front of the planner, so that I have a consistent list at the very beginning of all the things that I want to pray for every single day of the month for my kids and for my husband. And then that way I'm not constantly always trying to think about different things to pray for them. I just have a list and I can do it on a consistent basis. But other than adding that list, I am loving this setup and I am going to continue to use this setup. So if you want to hear more about my faith planning, please let me know in the comments below. Recently, my husband and I did start another channel, but on that channel, we're going going to keep it related to the church. We just recently decided this, but we're going to keep it related to the church and just all the things that's going on with the church. So we did do a day in the life about a week ago, and we'll continue to do a day in the lives and stuff like that. But on this channel, I can continue to share a lot about my faith planning process. Just let me know if that's something that you are interested in, and I will see you guys in my next video. Until then, keep organizing your life so that you can achieve your dreams. Bye, guys.